We're now live on YouTube with the April 29th meeting of the OpenJS Foundation Bootstrap team. We're going to do a short call this week because we don't have a massive agenda. So I'm just going to jump right into it. And the first item we have on the agenda, and also if anyone who's on the call can help with notes, I just put the docs link in one more time. The first item that we have on the agenda is to review the new project board. That's number 164. If you all take a look under projects and then steps to Bootstrap, that's projects number 2, which I'm realizing I did not put in the issue itself. I'll drop that into the chat. I had gone through with Jory and we just kind of identified like, hey, what are the things that are currently in progress and what are to-dos for bootstrapping the CPC? This is also intertwined with a milestone, and that milestone has a due date of May 14th. So we're about 25% complete of bootstrapping the CPC. And then we have a secondary project board that we created, which I'll drop in there, for post-bootstrap housekeeping. So it's just like, hey, what are the things that need to be sorted after bootstrapping? So these are just like 2 different project boards that hopefully, have what we need to get things going. Please take a look, and if you have questions or concerns, post it in the issue. Any quick thoughts on it?
Thank you to both you and Jory for going through and ordering all of this.
Well, thank you for the thanking. Okay, so the next one that we have on here is number 158, which is the proposal for a new project application process. That pairs with number 130 as well. These 2 together, let me just get them both up. So number 130 was kind of the tracking issue for it, and then number 158 was the implementation. If people go through it, 158 merges the existing project onboarding proposal with the application that I had presented last week, and it's just a template that projects could fill out for applying, and then it updated the actual proposal itself with some more explicit information. That pairs with another pull request, which is open, which is number 165. 165 won't land until this has gone through the whole process, but 165 updates the project progression.markdown to include documentation about new applications. One thing that still potentially needs to be fleshed out is the introduction of a new phase. So basically the way we described it is there's a silent period where we discuss internally whether or not we'll allow projects to join. After that silent period, projects will move into an incubation phase. So we do have to still define what incubation means. Any questions or thoughts about this? Okay, so then quickly on to the next item is 152, which is voting CPC members from projects. So currently, just as an update, Node has voted Mateo as our rep from the TSC, and we're still waiting on the ComCom. If I recall correctly from a discussion with Tierney, you should have something by the end of the month, correct?
Yeah, I believe that's finalizing today or tomorrow.
Excellent. jQuery has elected Dave Methvin and Timmy Wilson. We're still waiting for Dojo. Appium has Jonah and Dan Graham, and we're still waiting on Webpack. And then from the at-large projects, there's been nominations for Anton Mileta, Chris Borchers, Nick O'Leary, Emily Arrow, and Chris Hiller. And that issue continues to, just track the process of all of this. Any questions? Cool.
That's way farther along than I thought it was. Thanks.
The next issue that we have on here is 129, which is tracking, reviewing the meeting times. There's a Google spreadsheet.
It's worth noting that we're closing that on the 1st, I believe. It's either the 30th or the 1st, whichever one we decided on. But that's important because if you do not have your input in at that time, we won't be able to consider it because we won't know about it. So if anyone in this meeting who wants to continue attending, or anyone who is listening to this recording or listening to it live that wants to attend, please put your, create a line for yourself and mark the times that you can attend as appropriate, so we can include you in that.
Excellent, thank you. I think that is it for that issue. And then the last one is number 115, Steps to Bootstrap the New Foundation. I think that's the tracking issue that Dawson had created. It's mostly what we had translated into those boards. So I think we've successfully kind of gone through the whole agenda very quickly. Does anyone have any thoughts, concerns, comments, or anything before we wrap stuff up? Okay, very cool. Thank you everyone for joining this morning, and thank you for being flexible and making it a quick meeting. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.